I want to go on from campus. Young people like a hard from campus. Come on, tell me what one. So make us again listen, let me tell you this. Students, I will make we have this.
All right, all right. Greetings, greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Campus Connection. And I have excellent news for you as you are joining us via our Facebook live stream, our YouTube live stream, on the FM band, on our website, on our app. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? My co host is back. Some commotion for my co host, please. I have Jonathan Fletcher, and with me is my co-host.
Aha, Anesta Samuels. Hello, everyone. Apologies for, I guess at least one person missed me last week, which was good. But yes, I am here now and we're going to have some fun. We're going to get into just an interesting show that we have planned for
Mm-hmm.
you. So, welcome, come on in, hop on the live stream. We're live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook. So, you can go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and just send your greetings, good evening, happy holidays, Merry Christmas when it comes, all
Mm-hmm.
of those things, But yes, we're excited. Jonathan, I put up my Christmas tree last night.
Wow. Say
Yeah.
that. Wait, why you not send me a picture of the Christmas tree? I don't like
I was
the
okay, so
carrying on,
so so I was kind of taking it to another level. I'm gonna do a
Oh,
reel, right? Where I
oh.
show the stages of the decoration of the Christmas tree.
So we're
So
gonna see it on IG.
we're gonna see it on IG,
All
IG
right,
at
all right,
Anesta
all right,
S.
all
Check it
right.
out.
You're out of the doghouse. It's fine. It's okay.
What
Boy,
about
what are you
you?
look?
Any
No, that I was just
preparations?
about to. Right now, I don't even know, because Christmas is a very busy season. So
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yes,
trying
it's
my
true.
very best to find time to, be festive.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to be intentional,
Uh-huh.
right? And speaking of intention, we want to start from early with our intentions for 2024. So
Mm-hmm.
this show is all about Vision 2024. We want to talk about the things that we want to accomplish in 2024, the habits we want to drop, stuff like that. We want to focus on that. And for our students, what are some strategies that you can employ to ensure that you have a successful 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
what are you looking forward to most about Christmas, though? Seeing that we're in the season, what are you looking forward to on Christmas Day, come December 25th?
I is it's a whole lot of things because I love this is actually my favorite time, well, one of my favorite
Same,
times.
same.
So I just enjoy that feeling. Christmas comes with a feeling. It's hard to
Mm-hmm,
quite explain it, but you
mm-hmm.
just feel good and warm and tingly inside. So so yes, I'm
Absolutely.
looking forward to just spending time with family, friends, eating all the food that I can eat. Amen, church.
Mm-hmm. 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 I'm there with you. I am there with you. And for this evening show, we're looking forward to an amazing show. First, we'll have education news and bulletin by Miss Danielle from UA Integrated Marketing Communications. And then we'll have, of course, Creative Block with Montego Bay High School for Girls Theatre Department. I chose Crisis after that with Aliyah Morgan, nursing student at UWI Mona. And then, of course, we are focusing on the main topic, which is Vision 2024, with an amazing panel. We have Jamar and Natasha Wright from Mind Food International and Ruth Lawrence from Power Her Moves Services. So you want to stick and stay for what we have in store for you.
Absolutely. And it is now time for Education News and Bulletin, read by Danielle Tavares. She's a UE student, final year student, studying integrated marketing communications. So, welcome to you, Nastasia. Thank you for hopping on our news team, news desk is what you call it.
Daniel.
But yes, welcome to you. You can go ahead with the news. It seems we're having some technical difficulties hearing Daniel.
Those, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, we're going to try to rectify those issues. So in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be back with more campus connection.
Hey everybody, we want to thank you for sticking and staying with us. And as we wrap up this festive season and close out 2023, we do so in style. So join us inside Love in the Morning on December 29, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. for our final Fun Friday show of the year as we celebrate with some of our friends with a little concert called a Fun Friday Christmas. Of course, we'll be joined by recording artists O'Shane Mace, audio Spencer Brown, saxophonist MJ, a cappella groups Agape and Humble.
Plus, a special performance from someone you know and love. His name starts with a J and ends with an L. Can you guess who it is? That's right, your Love in the Morning host, Jokal Dyer, will bring the curtains down.
So, tell a friend to tell a friend. I met that friend, tell a next friend to join us on Friday, December 29, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. inside Love in the Morning. It's a fun Friday Christmas here on the family station, Love 101.
Yes. You can't afford to miss the next episode of The Mailbox as we look at home management. Home management is historically viewed as only a female's job. Is it wrong for a man to be expected to carry out housework? How can a real man maintain respect in the home while he is not working? How does a man cope when his wife is the one taking home the bread? You're invited to join the conversation with our esteemed guest, Pastor Andrew Norman, co-founder, president of Passion and Purity, on Wednesday, December 13th at 5:30 p.m. on the Family Station. Love 101, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love. The Mailbox, Monday.
Get ready for another worship-filled time inside Love in the Morning with me, your host, Jokal Dyer, this Wednesday, December 13. Grab your cup of coffee and we'll start the day right with the Morning Coffee Pick-Me-Up Devotional at 6 a.m. And then at 7 a.m., we bring you the Morning Watch with intriguing and thought-provoking discussions. At 8:30 a.m. inside The Healthy Way, we discuss nutrient deficiencies. And then at 9:30, we wrap it up with something more, brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center. Stick and stay with us. This Inspiration Wednesday inside Love in the Morning, 5 to 10 a.m. on the family station, Love 101. Celebrating 30 years of music.
We are all the campus heights. Students are strap up in a price. We I want to go on campus. Young people are going hard on campus. Come on, tell me.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. We are live on Love 101 FM. We are also live on YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't yet hopped on to say hello, good evening, we want to encourage you to go ahead and do so now. Hello to you, Sonia Brown, Evadne Thompson, and to all of you who are listening or watching but not saying anything. We're looking out for you. But yes, we are about to get into our education news and bulletin brought to you by Danielle Tavares, the UE final year student. She's studying integrated marketing communications. So, Danielle, are you ready for us?
All right. Seems as if we're still having a bit of technical difficulty with Daniel. So we are going to continue in the program in the meantime, in between time, and see if we can catch up with Daniel later on. All right. The social media question this evening is, what are your thoughts on setting goals and plans for the new year? What are your thoughts on setting goals and plans for the new year? Send us a WhatsApp message at 876-997-3125, or you can, of course, comment on our live stream at Love 101 FM Jamaica, YouTube, or Facebook. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on setting rather goals and plans for the new year? All
Mhm.
right. So we're going straight into our creative block segment with Montego Bay High School for Girls Theatre Department. We have Mr. Raheem Wellington, Artistic Director for MBHS Performing Arts Company. Ruthia Redwood, Acting Governor for the Dance Company of MBHS. And Lashana White, Acting Governor for the Drama Company.
Mhm. The
Let's
Montego
get
Bay High School for Girls Performing Arts Company has been a cultural fabric within the West for more than 2 years. Their recent accomplishment being named the most outstanding drama company for the senior category in Montego Bay, and not one but two awards here: most outstanding dance company for the senior category in Montego Bay. So, Raheem Wellington, who recently joined the school in 2022 as their assistant artistic director, and has written, directed several plays, including the upcoming production Christmas Rebellion. Hmm,
mm.
interesting. Those two words
Let's
don't usually go together. So
it's a
let's
bit
welcome
something
our
else.
guests now, and let's hear from the. Oh, there we
Hello.
go. Oh.
Greetings, Rahim, Sir Director, and the governors.
Yes.
Yeah, they are
My
here
goodness.
with us. I've never heard it that way. The acting governor for the dance company and acting governor for the drama company. So that's quite interesting. But
You
what is the
don't see all the
mission?
badges. Look at all the badges.
Yeah, man, governors
They
indeed,
are
absolutely
well
governors.
decorated.
But Rahim, what's the mission of the MBHS Performing Arts Group?
Good evening again. The two mission goals that we have is that for one to create a space for young girls to express themselves creatively in dance, drama,
Mm-hmm.
and music, and also to be the epicenter of the arts in the western side of Jamaica. Because we do understand that everything there town. So we're like, okay, we really have to spruce up Montego Bay, and that's the mission that is driving this company right now.
So, Mr. Wellington, you joined the school in 2022 as the
Yes.
assistant artistic director, but how long have you been in the performing arts?
As early as grade 9, so that's what, long
Mm.
time
Wow.
No
ago.
Long
fears, no
time.
fears.
Yeah, yeah,
No met
Long
the
yeah.
students here. No met the
time.
students here. No
Yes,
fears.
for a long time. When I moved to Kingston, I did several plays. Kaleo Productions, that was recently in Jamaica. I did a play with
Mm.
them in 20 something long ago. So I've been around, sing with La Musicacia and Company in Kingston, all the things, all the
Wow, wow, wow.
things.
And
Okay. Mm-hmm.
no, go ahead.
To the governors, what is it like being in a club? What are some of the benefits? Give me two benefits that you have experienced since being in the club. Ruth, I will go with you, and then Lashana, you can answer after.
Okay, so being a part of this company, it has brought a lot of passionate young girls together,
Mm-hmm.
and we consider ourselves the performing arts family. It has really allowed us to grow. It's a company that it allows us to develop our skills, our talents, the dance aspect, the drama aspect, even music, singing, and instrumental as well. But not only with just growing our skills, but allowing us to grow team wise, to learn interpersonal skills, how to
Mm-hmm.
communicate with each other. And yeah, so I've been a part of this company since joining Move High
From grade 7. From grade
yeah.
7.
So it has really taught me a lot and allowed me to grow, and I know I can say the same as well for the girls on behalf of the girls.
Okay. Lashana.
Awesome, awesome.
I
Well,
will.
just before Lashana, we do have to jump to a quick break, but I'm excited to hear her perspective. So when we come back, we'll have more from the Mobay High School Theater Department. Stick and stay with us on Campus Connection.
Where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price. We see I want to go on bank campus. Young people are going hard bank campus. Come on, tell me back one. Campus connection, yeah, and
Christmas is togetherness. Flow is giving you their best. Christmas is special savings. That's just what Flow is bringing. Christmas is the joy of giving. Flow has just what you've been wishing. Oh, it's a celebration. Free phone and earbuds for you.
Get a free Samsung phone and earbuds when you sign up for Flow Yard and Road for only $4,999 plus GCT.
Flow makes Christmas bright and blue because it's all inspired by
Visit the
you.
Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
PSOJ's Crime Stop Jamaica unsolved. 32-year-old Wesley Trench, sales rep, Carreras Group Limited, was stabbed to death at 2 a.m. Saturday, February 11, 2023 in Priory St. Anne near the traffic lights. Citizens heard calls for help, but it wasn't until 5 a.m. that the body of Wesley Trench was found in a pool of blood beside his grey Hyundai Creta. Crime Stop and concerned family members are offering a total reward of $500,000 for information leading to an arrest and charge. Call Crime Stop Jamaica 311. Solving crime pays.
The following is brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister. Applications are now open for the Jamaica House Fellowship Program. Get first-hand high-level experience in the operations of the public sector and an opportunity to support and implement high-priority initiatives of the government of Jamaica for 2 years. Visit the OPM website at www.opm.gov.jm to apply and for more information. The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Did you know that the flu can lead to hospitalization and even death? Pregnant women, persons 60 years and older, babies and children, and persons with a chronic illness such as diabetes, asthma, or heart disease are at a high risk for complications from the flu. Get the flu vaccine today. Visit your nearest health center and ask to be vaccinated. The flu is no joke.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness with support from USAID and PAHO.
okay. Where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price. We see
All right, welcome back to Campus Connection. If you're just joining us, we're speaking with the Montego Bay High School for Girls Performing Arts Company, Mr. Raheem Wellington, and the governors, Ruthia and Lashana. So, Lashana, you were about to answer. What are some of the benefits that you have experienced since being a part of this group?
All right. I would say it opened many doors, you know. One that as a high school student or just a student in general, you wouldn't think, you know, you'd think all of this would happen after you graduate. You get to learn the importance that it's better to start young. And so through the company, we learned the power of networking. There is someone everywhere. You don't know who is watching, who you impressed, you know. And as a fellow governor had said, through that we gained a purpose and also to not just to fellowship in a sense with our friends, but also to inspire anyone who's watching.
Awesome. So tell us about the event that's coming up, the Christmas Rebellion on Tuesday. Mr. Will, wait,
By default.
So our Christmas production is a flagship program of the Performing Arts Company, and as I said, the what we call it, the technical and Creative Arts Department where we raise funds for ourselves to send us to festival. And this year we want to renovate our theatre arts room. It's in need of renovation, so that's really why we're putting on this production. So it's December 19th. Gates open at 5. We have a red carpet at 5:30, and the show starts promptly at 6. Because I tell
What
you,
you say?
it's a big thing for our students. They come dressed up in them nice dress, ear, do, and everything. So we have to make them feel that way. So we're doing a red carpet at 5:30. We will be having
Nice.
the distinguished guest of the mayor and deputy mayor of Montego Bay. They will be in
Wow.
attendance, and so many other, wonderful people will be there. We don't want to spoil it, but
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot of people will be there. The Christmas Rebellion, really and truly, we decided to touch on that because nobody talks about it. It was led by Sam Sharp. It is known as the Christmas Rebellion, sometimes the Baptist Rebellion. But because
Mm-hmm.
of Christmas, we just choose the Christmas Rebellion theme
Mm-hmm.
and work with it. So we fluff it up a little bit to unravel what really happened in that time in 1832, to see what was happening, what caused this rebellion, and who
Powerful.
light the plantation on fire. So you have to stick to stay and watch that part. That's the most interesting part.
History take a festive
Amazing
turn.
stuff.
Yeah,
Amazing
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Christmas Rebellion by the Montego Bay High School for Girls Performing Arts Company. That's what Tuesday, December 19.
yeah.
Red carpet is at 5:30 and the show starts sharply at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, governors and director, thank you so much for making the campus connection. Really do appreciate you passing through our Creative Block segment, and all the very best for the show and for your
Thank
future
you.
endeavors.
All right, thank you so
Bye
much.
bye. Take care.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
All right then. When was the last time you've been to a red carpet event?
Fancy, fancy. Listen,
I'm telling
I don't even
you.
remember, to be honest. I don't even remember. Fancy, fancy. I love that.
Ah.
Love that.
Yeah, so now we're going to our education news and bulletin. We want to just read it because as we were having some issues. So we'll just go ahead with our education news and bulletin for Tuesday, December 11 here inside Campus Connection. LASCO, in association with the Ministry of Education and Youth, along with the Jamaica Teaching Council, hosted their annual Teacher of the Year awards ceremony at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. Among the awardees were St. Andrew High School for Girls chemistry teacher Franklin Burrell, who won the award whilst principal of Belmont Academy in Westmoreland. Rayon Simpson was named Principal of the Year. The award for Technical and Vocational Education and Training Teacher of the Year went to Eileen Kohal Bailey of Manning's School. The three awardees each received $100,000, plaques, and gift baskets courtesy of LASCO, and will have the opportunity to attend the 2024 Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development conference. This is held in Washington, D.C. From March 22 to 25 in the next year. Minister of Education and Youth, Honorable Favour Williams, congratulated the winners, hailing them as faithful and diligent stewards in the molding of the minds of our students. The LASCO Executive Chairman, James Rawle, shared that the award program was conceptualized by the company's founder, the late Lascelles Chin, and has been recognizing and rewarding the impact of the nation's teachers consistently since 1997. Christopher Phillips has high aspirations after becoming the first deaf graduate to complete a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Performance and Choreography at the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Phillips developed a passion for the arts in high school and began dreaming to work in the field since then. He initially wanted to teach deaf children, but since falling in love with the arts and recognizing Recognizing through his own experience that many deaf children have the potential to excel in performing arts, he desired to guide them to showcase their talents to the world. He shared that finishing the degree was not easy and had to overcome several communication barriers. The 32-year-old rising star who graduated last month is yet to gain employment in his beloved field, primarily due to his disability. He says the first mode of communication is sign language, so it is important for him to work in an environment that accommodates deaf persons, either in the performing arts industry or in education. Phillips also shared one of his daily affirmations: think, do, and be positive. Mindfulness JA launches the Your Mind Matters project with the goal of addressing the critical lack of mental health awareness and training among Jamaican children and teenagers between the ages of 10 and 19. Speaking at the project's media launch at the Ligony Club in New Kingston on Monday, December 4, university student Jade Rowe made a passionate plea for greater focus on mental health. She says the pressure to excel academically may result in excessive workload, sleep deprivation, and neglect of self care. She encourages that we must actively work towards dismantling stigma and creating an environment that encourages those who are struggling to seek help. British High Commissioner Judith Slatter praised the project, noting that it was especially important in light of trauma endured by young people during the COVID-19 pandemic. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said mental health has become more of an important part of public health in the broadest sense. The media launch was for the promotion of the Mental Health Conference, which will be held at the Jamaica Conference Center in downtown Kingston on January 13. And now for our education bulletin. The Montego Bay High School for Girls Performing Arts Company presents the Christmas Rebellion on December 19, 2023. Ticket prices for students $1,000 pre sold, $1,500 general, and online $22. For adults, $1,500 pre sold, $2,000 general, and $22 for online. The Jamaica Youth for Christ Genesis Praise Fest 2024 presents Salvation Synergy on December 27, 2023, starting at 6 p.m. at the Jamaica Youth for Christ on 2 Acacia Avenue in Kingston. Admission is free. The Interschool Christian Fellowship presents Leadership Conference 2023 under the theme Fortified for the Future from December 27 to 31 at the Moorlands campsite in Manchester. Grades 7 to 13 are welcome and the cost is $15,000. Register today at camps.iscfja.com. And that's all the news we have for you today inside Inside Education News and Bulletin. We will now have our feature, I Chose Christ and You Should Too. Listen in and be blessed.
Let's go, saints. It is a very great thing to be young and being on fire for Christ, or just living for Christ, because it is one of the worthiest investments. Now, my name is Alia Morgan. I am 22 years old. I attend the University of the West Indies, Mona Campus, Jamaica, and I am a nursing student. Now, God's transformation in my life. Growing up, I always attended church because it was always mandatory for me to attend church. So I was just living with that, just attending church, just because my parents want me to attend church. Everybody else wants me to attend church. So I was just attending just because. When I was 14 years old, I decided that, okay, I'm not gonna go to church anymore because I don't think it's something that I want to do anymore. And my mom was very adamant that, okay, listen, you have to go to church, or fine, you don't want to go to church. Mommy go pray New City and she start pray and pray and pray and pray. About the other year, I was 15. And one Sunday I said to her that, oh, mommy, I think I want to go to church. And we went to church. Ever since then, I would continuously go to church every Sunday until I made the dedication. I was saying to myself, like, I think getting baptized is something that I would like to do. So I started reading my Bible, I started praying, I started fasting, I started doing everything that I think it is that I should have done. So that one Sunday, I went to church and I was at the altar and I was worshiping, and then I just got the Holy Ghost. And then by the time I knew I was baptized, it was my time to be saved in the presence of God. Now, in that journey, or upon the starting of that journey, it has been one of the best things that has ever happened to me, because the eye-opening revelation of God and how good the presence of God can make you feel, and how comforting it is to know that you can be wrapped up in His presence, and regardless of the circumstances, He will always choose to love you. Regardless of the circumstances, He will always be there for you. Regardless of the circumstances, He will always be a way maker. My favorite scripture is John 3 verse 30, which says, may He increase, but I decrease. And that's something that I always live on, even now, going to college and anything that I am doing, that He may increase so that I may decrease. Because He's bigger than everything in life. He's bigger than all of my challenges, and He's bigger than everything that's going on. No, I say this to say that I choose Christ. You should too. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. You just heard I Chose Christ by Aaliyah Morgan, nursing student at the UWI Mona. We will be going to a quick break, and when we return, more campus connection. Stay with us.
So step up in a Christ, we yeah. I want to go on bank campus. Young people like a hard bank campus. Come on, tell me back one.
It's the Answers and Simplicity Select Your Discount sale. Up to 50% off when you select your discount at Answers Gifts and Home. Answers for Children and Simplicity. Answers and Simplicity Select Your Discount sale. Now on till Sunday, December 17, 2023.
Something smells good.
When you're cooking or baking, begin with the best. The trusted tradition of Benjamin's vanilla flavorings and colorings. Mix it, stir it, blend it all around and create something spectacular. Whether you're making cakes, custards, puddings, punches, or savory meals, Benjamin's vanilla flavorings and colorings add that special touch to everything. And here's something else special. Benjamin's ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, anise, and mixed spice are now available in liquids.
Yes, everything tastes better with Benjamin's.
Benjamin's, a trusted name for over a century.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price. We I want to go on bank campus.
All right. Welcome back to Campus Connection. It's all about Vision 2024 as we prepare for the new year. And we have some amazing guests ready to share with us, some tips that we can use to properly plan as we ring in the new year. Jamar and Natasha Wright from Mind Food International, they are the founders, of course. They focus on leadership coaching and inspirational organization guided by biblical and timeless principles. And we also have Ruth Lawrence from Power Her Moves Services. She's a managing director of that company, and it's a consultancy that is dedicated to supporting non-governmental and non-profit organizations in leveraging their impact through the utilization of digital marketing, project management, and capacity building strategies for achieving greater social impact. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise in Raiderland, make some noise on our social media platforms for our amazing guests as they join us for this conversation. Greetings,
Hello,
greetings.
hello, hello. It's
Hi.
so good to have all of you on. So, let's just get started because I'm so grateful that, none of us are strangers here. So we're
Absolutely.
talking we're talking Vision
Mhm.
2024. What would you say is necessary, the most necessary thing when setting goals or plans for a new year? And let me start with the right couple, and then Ruth, you can
Uh,
share on that.
Um, First and foremost, you need a vision before you start setting goals because the goals are supposed to be in line with your vision. What are vision? Vision is a mental picture of moving humanity forward. A lot of time, what people have is personal ambition, and so we create those boards that we call vision board. But they are not really vision board; they are personal ambition because if you accomplish a certain desire, a certain dream, and it only impacts you and your family, that is what we call personal ambition. But a vision is what moves humanity forward. So humanity should become better because of the picture that we are seeing in your head. Now, there are two things about vision. One, when you think vision, you are about to perish. So whether you lead a family, an organization, a church, whatever it is, if you are the leader, you are perish because vision gives us hope, and where there is no hope, people perish. The second thing about vision is that where there is no vision, there is no provision. So provision is a result of having a vision. People do not buy into personal ambition. I want to purchase, let's say I want to purchase a house for 32 million. Many people will not give me money to do that. But let's say I want to purchase a shelter for the homeless people so that they can sleep and have food. You are more likely to put into that. So you need a vision and then you have to set your goal according
Based
to
on
the vision that you
that is
Okay.
awesome. Ruth, would you like to share on that as well?
Certainly. I mean, Jamar just said a lot of what I wanted to say because really, the vision, first and foremost, really comes from God, right? A lot of times, as Jamar said, we think that what our vision for our lives is just what we think. But really and truly, it's God who gives the vision. And the vision is really the bigger picture, right? And the goal is really the bite sized version now of that bigger picture. Breaking
Mm-hmm.
that down into digestible sizes where you can actually action and get things done and moving. Because a lot of times we try to move the mountain, but the mountain will not move under one go. You will have to actually do it over time. And so I see goal setting and just the vision as the vision being the mountain, but the goal being the everyday, just chipping at that mountain until one day it will have to drop. So I want persons to understand the difference between having that big picture, but breaking that down into some bite-sized, achievable, smart objectives that can be achieved. So yeah.
Ruth, staying with you, piggybacking on what you said just now, in the context of a student though,
Mhm.
they are preparing for a new year, well, not a new school year, but a new calendar year, right?
Yeah.
How would you, or what would you rather say to that student, the parent, the guardian of that student? What are some of the practical steps that they can take to, put a proper vision in place or have a proper vision for 2024?
That's a great question, Jonathan, because as a student, we have to just backtrack into what I said, the bigger goal. So let's say, for example, as a young person, a student, your goal maybe is to ace your maths class. You've been getting C's and D's all along in this class, and your
Mm.
vision now is to move up, upgrade now from the C and the D to a B and or a A. But
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
question is, how do you get there? So the plan now, which is the goal setting part of it now, is to say, all right, if I am supposed to move from the C or D plus, it means that maybe I'm gonna have to include more study hours, right? But what does more study
Mm.
hours look like? So I have to be specific. So maybe it is that I'll study for 1 hour every day for the next 3 months, for the next 6 months, right? Because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to have what is called SMART goals. They must be measurable, they must be realistic. There's no way where you can move from a C to a B or A student within a week or within a couple of days. No. So you have to set a realistic time frame to say, hey, if I study at least 1 hour additional on what I'm doing now, then
Yeah.
now over time my grades can improve. So that is important. Setting out specific plans that you know can actually be achieved, through just planning your life properly.
Mhm. I want to
Powerful
bring
stuff
in
from Power Her Moves. Mm-hmm.
I, I want to bring in a feedback question from our social media. We asked, what are your thoughts on setting goals and plans for the new year? And this was a comment. It's important to plan, lay your plans before the Lord, ask for guidance, clarity, and alignment. Natasha, let me
Wow.
throw this to you. Does this statement have any relevance in today's society, culture? Is this still a thing?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. Jamar and I like to tell people that God has a plan for you, but He's not going to plan for you. And so if you
Mm.
fail to plan, you plan to fail. You better have an end game in mind. You better have a picture in mind as to what it is that you want to accomplish. Because guess
Mm-hmm.
what? No Olympic athlete ever finds himself on the stage or on the podium because of buckles. There's no coincidence. It is intentional effort. And so you have to make plans, just as Ruth says. I love how Ruth makes it so practical. If you're a CRD student, you have to put in some work to get to A. You don't get to A,
Yeah.
just oops, it just don't happen like that. And so you have to have some plan in place. And let me tell you something, guys. When we talk about making plans, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be illustrious. You can simply write down some notes in your phone. You can have a little picture as your screensaver, your wallpaper, something to remind you, something to inspire you. I used to tell my mentees when you're doing your vision boarding or personal ambition boarding, make sure it is somewhere you can see it. So you're reminded, even when you feel a little discouraged, you see it there and you say, oh, yes, I have to make sure I pass this course. I have to make sure that I get to school on time. I have to make sure that I cut down off of social media a little bit because guess what? It's distracting me. So nothing is wrong with having plans. And I want to share with our students out there that how you do anything is how you do everything. Don't feel
Yeah.
like Michael say I must just plan because we just want you to pass the courses and that's it. No, the way you start operating from now dictates how you're going to show up in corporate. Take it from me, I'm an HR consultant. If you're never early for class yet, you miss your test, same thing when you reach at the workplace. You're not early on time, you show up looking untidy, you're not prepared for, your presentation, and so you wanna make sure that you're practicing these small disciplines from now. But just to concretize what you asked, Ms. Samuels, listen, planning is the highest act of faith. If you don't plan, you don't believe it. When you get up in the morning and say you're going to school, how you know school are keep? How you know rain is not going to tear? How you know the bus is gonna show up? How do you know the car is gonna start? You put on your clothes and you make the effort to go because you believe you have faith for it. It's the same thing with planning.
Powerful.
Yeah,
Absolutely
so
amazing,
true.
amazing, amazing nuggets. I hope our students, and not even just our students, our listeners in general are taking these nuggets as we prepare for 2024. We have to take a quick break. Be right back with more amazing nuggets after these messages. Stick and stay with us.
Ruth, big up yourself.
I wrote,
She our thing frozen.
she frozen.
Look so.
Yeah.
I was super back. Great to see you guys again. Not here. They're
Have a graceful wish this season and make a difference by voting now until December 17. Visit Graceful's IG page and vote. One like equal one vote.
What's going on? 6:16. Welcome back to Campus Connection. We're so happy to have you here with on the family station Love 101. If you're just joining us, we are talking about Vision 2024. Very powerful discussion with our guests, Jamar and Natasha Wright from Mind Food International and Ruth Lawrence from Power Her Moves. So you really want to see and hear. So for those persons who want to plan for 2024, this is a show that you really want to listen to get the nuggets, the tips, and all the things necessary for that. So we're going to jump straight back into the discussion. Um, so Jamar, based on what you would have observed over the years,
Mhm.
what are some of the steps that persons can take? Because a lot of persons, they do have what I'd like to call anxiety, right? So they get a little anxious leading to the end of the year, and they want to know, what do I need to do? Did I achieve all my goals in 2023? Am I doing well enough going into 2024? So what are some of the things that you believe persons can do to really settle themselves as they prepare to enter into 2024?
So first and foremost, I would like to say to everyone, and that includes students, you need to at least take some time off, for, if that's possible for you, for in probably the last week of the year, you need to take some time off. You want to assess what you have accomplished last year, and what can I learn from last year? Those goals that I did not achieve last year, I want to take it into the new years so that I can accomplish it in the new years. Now, as a person, some of those goals that you need to accomplish that you did not accomplish last year, where did I fail? Do I need to grow to become a better person to accomplish this dream? Do I need people to help me? Do I need a team? And so you have to make assessment. Where do I fail? Where do I put my foot right? And so all of those stuff. And then you need your pen. Because if you can plan it with your pen, you can will it with steel. And so based on those assessments, with what did I succeed in, what did I fail in, what did I achieve versus what did I not achieve, and we take those two into the new years. And so we plan around those stuff. But first you have to make an assessment. You need at least a week off if it's that possible. If it's not possible, you need a day off with a book and a pencil where you can sit down and think about these things.
Wow, absolutely amazing stuff. And guys, if you are wondering what happened just now, there was actually a power cut. So we're waiting on Anesta and Ruth to regain connection, but we continue in the station as we focus on Vision 2024. And even as we have the power, is that's how life is at times. You will have hiccups, you will have, challenges along the way. And I'm sure many of you listening, you would have had issues for 2023, and you're probably saying to yourself, boy, I can't bother this 2024. Now I feel the Christmas, because that's a ringing theme throughout. People are now feel the Christmas, not really looking forward to 2024. But Natasha, based on what you would have observed in the marketplace, as an HR consultant, for a student who is listening, they probably just left university or left high school, and they're looking to really launch out into 2024. What are some tips that you would be able to give them as they prepare to enter the world of work?
Absolutely, Jonathan. I love that question. And let me just mention something quickly about what Jamar had said or what you said. You have to plan for the mishaps, for the difficulties, for the struggles, because that is life. And don't ever sit and say, "Oh, I'm not going to make any plans because look how I make plans January 2023 and nothing no go on, right? So I'm not going to make any plans for 2024. No, still make your plans because regardless of the plan working or not, time is still going. So you want to make good use of the time. Now, Jonathan, read your questions for the students who are out of school, or guess what? Maybe you don't see the funding to go back to school. So you say, you know what? You're gonna take a year off. Guys, nothing is wrong with that. You can go get your work experience and never know. You may end up in a job that is willing to help to pay that school fee because they see the value in you. You can go to another company working. They have scholarship opportunities. You never know. Nothing is wrong with entering the working world and maybe pausing your education. Just remember that is a pause. You know, to stop, right? You know, to stop, just pause. But some of the things that I'd like to tell you is you don't have to worry so much about not having experience. You do have a lot of companies that are willing to take you and groom you once you have the right attitude. I like to say I prefer the attitude over everything else because guess what? The qualification can come, right? You can get the experience, you can be molded, you can be mentored. However, if you have the qualification and you have a poor attitude, then we have a serious problem. And so you should be looking at your willingness to learn and try new things and open your mind. And not going into the work world with a grumbling attitude to say, oh, more 300,000, when you know you're just starting out and you may not get that, right? Kudos if you get that. That's amazing. But go with an attitude of learning, having another professional guide you and mold you. Another thing is, guys, if you don't have the experience, but you know you work well with a club, look at Jonathan. Look at what Jonathan and Anesta are doing right now. These are things that you can actually put on your resume because it tells a lot about you. It tells about those skills that you have garnered, some of the projects you worked on, some of the clubs you were in leadership in. All these different things are important. So if you're going out there in the working world, use some of these things to put on your resume. And the third thing that I would mention to you is that your skills are absolutely necessary. So getting a job is great, but if you look around right now on how society operates, those people who are using their skills, soft skills, social media, all these different things. These people are making killer money out there. So don't think that because you are great with your hands, you're creative, you can't make it. Of course you can. And the tools are there for you to do so. So even if you're in school and you're struggling and you need that extra money, what can you do? I remember when I was going to university, I did hair and nails, and that sent me to UTech. And so I went to UTech, during this season, Jonathan, who have money like me. Because guess what? I have people lined up at my house to get your nails done. So, guys, use your skills. Your skills can help you to create extra income.
Awesome. I really, really hope that our students and our listeners, I really want them to have their notepad, whether it's on the phone or the physical thing, because I really do believe some gems are coming out of this conversation. But on the flip side, right, that student who is probably right now, they are literally not seeing their way through. They are having poor grades. They are not very focused on school and all of that. How do we help these persons, Jamar, to overcome these struggles as they look forward to 2024?
Um, very good question. One of the things that I would say when somebody is performing at their optimum and all of a sudden there's a hiccup in their life, we have to first assess what happened because if a student was performing well from grade 7 all the way up to fourth form, and suddenly that student fell out, she's getting D and E, it means that something happened in your life, and it can be at the college level, at any level. That means something had happened in your life. So we need to first assess what went wrong for this person, for their schooling to be derailed or for this kid to be derailed. One a second, a next thing we want to talk to you about mentorship. Mentoring someone, when you have a mentor, when you attach yourself to a mentor, watch this, you have to get
Yeah.
the right mentor. Because what those mentor does is to mold us into the person that God has created us to be. And so we need to see a model in front of us so that we can model it. Because what we see is what we usually become. And so let's say you want to be a track athlete. If you say more mentally you are seeing Usain Bolt, what it is telling you is that if Usain Bolt has done this, it is possible for me. Another part of planning is that you need discipline. If you realize that your grades are not matching up or even your life is not matching up, then you need to apply discipline to it because your life is not going to get better unless you are disciplined. If you're a student athlete, it's something that you must train. As Nas said earlier, you're not going to win a gold medal by accident. You're not going
Absolutely.
to
Yeah.
win a gold medal by being indisciplined. And so when you become disciplined in your life, you have self-discipline. It means that you are set a set of rules that will govern your life. And when you become a very disciplined individual, it's something that individual can trust you, you are trustworthy, and that you are going place because it is your discipline, it is your habit that tell us, that predict your future. If you smoke every day, we can tell you later down the line that you are going to develop some form of sickness from smoking this cigarette. If you go to the gym every single day, we can tell you that you are going to have a very toned body over a period of time. And so that daily habit, that daily discipline is actually predicting your life. And so mentorship is one, discipline is another. So you want to say
I wanna say something. So Gamara said discipline is another and what is
mentorship.
okay. For those persons who are feeling like 2023 really just beat you, box you down, kick you down, and you
Yeah.
just feel
Yeah.
like, say, listen, you just can't bother. You don't want to plan for 2024 because 2023 was such a failure. Let me tell you something, 2023 not done yet. You still have a
Facts.
few more weeks to go,
Absolutely.
probably 2 or 3 weeks, and it's not over until it's over. Do not give up on your year, and the year is not done yet. You still can make use of the next 2 weeks and end it on a great note. What you ought to be doing is looking forward to 2024 with a broad sense of hope, knowing that all those things that went wrong this year, it's gonna go right next year. That's the whole part of having faith and trusting God, is knowing that He is true to His word and He is going to come through for you. So don't give up on your year because the year is not over as yet. What are some of the things that you still can get accomplished before the year is out?
Another part of it
Absolutely.
is that even though you might be struggling now, it does not
Yeah.
necessarily mean that you will struggle tomorrow, you will struggle next year, or you'll struggle a minute from now. Because life is a season. And life is constantly changing. Life is
Yeah.
constantly moving. Right now, if you sit still right now, watch this. If you are sitting still right now, you are still moving. Do you know why? Because the earth spins 1,000 miles per hour on its axis. So even though you are
Yes.
sitting still, you are still moving, and such is life. Life never remains
Constantly moving.
constant.
Yeah.
And so if you are in a bad year, if you are in a bad day, it can change
Yes.
within the blink of an eye because nothing will remain constant because we
Absolutely.
live in time
Absolutely.
and everything changes.
All right. Boy. Wanna go in, you know? Wanna go in. Boy, thank you so much for making the campus connection. Always a pleasure to have both of you here with us on this platform, and we wish you all the very best for the rest of the year and for 2024.
Thank you.
Thank you, and
All
same
right,
to
all
you.
right. Boy, powerful, powerful stuff here on the Family Station, Love 101, here inside Campus Connection. Vision 2024, right? We're looking forward to a brand new year. And as we close out this year, next week, Tuesday, it's all about Campus Christmas Party. It will be our final show for the season, filled with fun, food, and stuff. So you want to be able to, join us for that. Special thanks to the Campus Connection team, to our amazing guests. That's it for this week's show. See you next week as we explore more things while going on campus. I'm Jonathan Fletcher. Take care.